After marrying Maddie Grace, Jason Duggar started posting more often on social media. In 2024, on October 3, they exchanged wedding vows. Ever since then, they have maintained communication with their fans by documenting their exciting trips and passionate date evenings. However, when Jason began to exhibit symptoms of alcoholism, many Redditors were taken unawares. Continue reading to see the conversation. Jason just announced his new collaboration with Maddie Grace on social media. The former Counting on Star claims to have just started a YouTube account and will be uploading videos shortly. On kickoff his channel's Q&A series, Jason even posted a question and answer on Instagram stories. What the married pair have in store for their admirers is anybody's guess. They love to travel together so much that they could end up becoming vloggers like other Duggar family members. Redditors who follow Counting On were quick to respond to an Instagram video in which a wife said that she and her husband always celebrate special occasions and anniversaries by opening a bottle of wine. Many were captivated by Jason Duggar's reaction to the film, however. As is well known, Jim Bob and Michelle have forbidden alcohol in the home as a result of their affiliation with the IBLP. The original poster began to wonder if Jason had been drinking because of this. Some think that Jim Bob wasn't too rigorous with the Duggar guys. Therefore, it's reasonable to assume that most of them were permitted to drink. It's not immoral till I find out that other people are engaging in it, and then it becomes sinful for them. That is distinct if I choose to participate in it. It appears like the lads can do anything they want. Whether or not drinking is acceptable is a matter of some debate among Baptists. Honestly, Josh did have an alcohol problem at one point, so that fits. After his wedding, Jason Duggar was in the news again after pictures of what looked like alcohol on guest tables went viral. The fact that they were really Welch's sparkling grape juice was eventually revealed to a few Counting On fans. It reveals that the Duggar family maintains stringent alcohol regulations, which raises suspicions regarding Jason's wine-related material. Out of all the family members, Jill is the only one who has confessed to having an alcoholic pina colada. After marrying Dillard, she severed ties with the IBLP and spent years separated from her parents. Counting On viewers may be surprised to hear that Jason Duggar, the youngest of the Duggar siblings, has been in the news lately. The 24-year-old is under fire online for what some of the Duggar family's fans call a sinful activity. As a result of the argument, people are talking again about the Duggars' rigorous parenting style, how their public personalities change over the years, and how Jason and the younger siblings are choose to live their lives far from the spotlight of 19 kids and counting. With Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's strict conservative upbringing, Jason Duggar has spent his formative years with several other Duggar brothers. Along with his siblings, he was educated at home and brought up in accordance with the tenets of the Institute for Basic Life Principles, IBLP, which impose stringent regulations on matters of religion, courting, and attire. Jason, on the other hand, has become more self-reliant and well-known in the building and home improvement industries in recent years. Fans are concerned that Jason is abandoning the very conservative principles he was brought up with, despite the fact that he is still very much involved with his family and their religion. Now, a number of admirers are judging and criticizing Jason online after he allegedly participated in what they see as a sinful action. A picture of Jason enjoying what many assume is an alcoholic drink went viral on Instagram, sparking an outcry of criticism. He was seen in the article with what seemed like a beer or wine glass during a social event. Fans of the Duggar family went into a frenzy over the thought that Jason may be drinking, even though he never said it. The Duggar family has made no secret of their long-held conviction that alcohol is morally reprehensible. Jim Bob and Michelle have always advocated for a conservative Christian worldview that frowns upon things like dancing, drinking, and even popular culture. Many fans thought Jason would stick to the conventional Duggar beliefs, even if some of the kids have broken them, like Jinger Vuolo, who has spoken publicly about her choice to use alcohol as an adult. Numerous Duggar fans quickly voiced their disapproval and worry in response to Jason's remark. Some others were quick to criticize him in the comments, writing things like, "Drinking is a slippery slope, Jason. May you never forget where you came from and always honor the values instilled in you by your parents. Having a Duggar son who isn't afraid of drinking is something I never imagined would happen. My heart breaks at this. Is Jason next after Jinger?" It seems like the Duggars are straying from their religion. On the other hand, several people defended Jason, saying that he's an adult who should be able to make his own decisions without worrying about his fans' reactions. He has reached adulthood. Moderation in drinking is perfectly acceptable. Everybody needs to unwind. It's crazy how people still expect these Duggar kids to live by Jim Bob's extreme rules. So it's acceptable for Jinger to drink, but it's sinful when Jason does it. Unreal is the level of hypocrisy. Jason has chosen to keep mute on the subject of alcohol, in contrast to Jinger Vuolo, who has publicly discussed her evolving views and choices in this area. He remains mum on this subject of whether he was under the influence of alcohol or if the criticism has affected him. Some have speculated that he is trying to avoid an argument with his very conservative family, or that he just does not feel the need to respond to criticism on the internet, and his quiet has just added fuel to the fire. Many of Jason's admirers think he's quietly escaping his family's rigid standards, unlike his brothers, who are more vocal about their struggles. As far as anybody else can tell, he is just living it up as an adult, free from any covert rebellion. An ongoing pattern within the Duggar family includes accusations of sinful activity by Jason Duggar. A number of Duggar children have rebelled against their parents' conservative upbringing. In addition to wearing trousers and drinking beer, Jinger Vuolo has openly challenged the IBLP. In her book Counting the Cost, Jill Duggar Dillard candidly discusses her troubled relationship with Jim Bob Duggar and her opposition to the strict standards imposed by the Duggar family. Even the more conventional Duggar siblings, Jed and Katie, have showed signs of embracing modernity, such as throwing themed birthday parties that appear to have left their ultra-traditional origins in the past. Regardless of whether he decides to publicly discuss them or not, Jason's decisions seem to be in line with this larger change among the younger Duggar siblings. Regardless of fan opinion, they are maturing, leaving their parents' shadows and striking out on their own. And continuing difficulty for counting on viewers is shown by the debate surrounding Jason Duggar. Many of the Duggars' early fans of 19 Kids and Counting still hope that they will continue to teach the same morals they did on TV. But as they begin to forge their own identities as adults, many of the Duggar children are veering away from the values instilled in them by their parents. The result is discord among supporters. Some welcome the changes, thinking it's great that the Duggar children are now deciding for themselves. Some are disappointed because they see these changes as a break from the family's previous portrayal of themselves as virtuous and motivated by religion. Jason has chosen not to address the subject at this time. It is still to be determined whether he opts to disregard the criticism or finally addresses it. One thing is certain though, the Duggar family is always changing, and fans will soon have to choose between staying in the past or supporting the Duggar siblings as they reinvent themselves. Although the alleged sinful activity of Jason Duggar is not quite as shocking as some are claiming, it does provide insight on the changing relationships within the Duggar family. Only time will reveal if this event heralds a larger change in Jason's life or is only a little disagreement.